We're back in the car. We're back in the car. Aaron Kelly on the road. We back. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name is Aaron Kelly and welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Verdict here today. Match week 8 was full of thrills, spills and many billions of dollar bills for Newcastle United. But something that Amanda Staveley and the new owners quickly found out is that it's going to take many years and lots of investment for Newcastle to become less shite. Before we get into anything today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the Aaron Kelly channel if you have not already. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of 2021. I don't even have time to make these videos, so look what I'm doing, bringing the videos with me on the road. Like, you just don't get this kind of commitment anywhere else, lads. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have our graphic up in front of us, and I'm going to get it right this week. Some people have been saying to me that I keep pointing to the wrong boxes in the wrong areas of the screen. Green boxes here, yellow box here, red box here. I hope I've got that right. If I haven't, I'll just flip it around in the footage. So without wasting any further precious time, we're going to start off with our green box for match week 8, and I'm going to give it to Chelsea goalkeeper EDOUARD MENDY. It was a supernatural performance by the Chelsea goalkeeper away at Brentford on Saturday, where Chelsea managed to pick up a priceless 1-0 win thanks to Ben Chilwell's goal just before half-time. But the 1-0 scoreline does not tell even half of the story, because Brentford will be very, very disappointed that they've not managed to get anything out of this game. The amount of opportunities, and Mbeumo hits the post twice. Mendy makes a catalogue of unbelievable saves, some with his hands, some with his legs, some with his face, and one in particular, which was my favourite of the game, right at the end to deny a Christian Norgard bicycle kick. And it was a performance that really does, if it wasn't already establishes EDOUARD MENDY as one of the greats in terms of goalkeeping in world football, because he is just brilliant. Like, he has saved Chelsea time and time and time again, and honestly he's been one of our best signings for a long time, and he helped us get what is a massive result, because not many teams, or certainly the big teams, have gone to Brentford this season and got much. Obviously, you look at Arsenal, if you want to consider them a big team still, went there on opening weekend and were beaten quite comfortably. Liverpool go there, play an absolutely unbelievable game, but ultimately only come out with a point after a 3-3 draw. Chelsea have gone there and have got all 3 points. It could be an absolutely priceless 3 points come the end of the season, and it's 3 points that keep Chelsea top of the Premier League after both Liverpool and Manchester City won quite convincingly against Watford and Burnley respectively earlier on in the day. I don't actually think the Chelsea performance was very, very good against Brentford, and that's always like a good sign when you're not playing well and you're still getting massive results against a team who everybody seems to fear now this season. And it's a good win for a lot of ways. Obviously, I said because big teams have gone to Brentford this season and have found it difficult, which Chelsea certainly did, but we came out with 3 points and the likes of Liverpool didn't. But also coming back off an international break, which was a bit messy really. Thiago Silva wasn't going to be back after some more complications with Brazil. Antonio Rudiger was injured, so the back three was Chalobah, Christensen and Malang Sarr, and I actually think they actually did quite well. But the standout player, EDOUARD MENDY, despite Chilwell getting the plaudits for his goal, Mendy is the man that won the game for Chelsea. That there is no doubt in my mind there. Moving on to our yellow box for the week, our shock factor, or what, the shocking moment of the week, if you will. And I don't think it's really a surprise when I say this, and it's the incident that happened up at St James's Park. Obviously, Newcastle playing Tottenham. It's the first game that Newcastle have had since the takeover that made them the richest club in world football, and they even took an early lead through Callum Wilson and a brilliantly worked goal that was. Tanguy Ndombele equalised before Harry Kane with his first Premier League goal of the season, putting Tottenham 2-1 up. And then our box for the week, the shocking moment that happened in the crowd. And obviously we've seen a similar incident with Christian Eriksen during the Euros during the summer, and I remember saying on the channel how scary that incident really was. But a fan had, I think, what was a cardiac arrest in the crowd, which forced the game to be stopped. And I don't often give Tottenham credit, but I got to give huge credit to the Tottenham players, in particular Sergio Reguilon and Eric Dyer, who Reguilon obviously alerted the referee that what was going on in the crowd was actually happening, and Eric Dyer was quick to get the Newcastle medical man on with the defibrillator across the pitch to come to the poor fans' aid. But I do think the last I heard of them, they were stable in hospital, so that's obviously good news. But very, very, very scary incident. The game had to be stopped. I think there was like a 24-minute delay. The first half was suspended. They came back after that then to play the 7 minutes of stoppage time, where Spurs made it 3-1 thanks to Son. Eric Dyer's own goal made the last couple of minutes nervy enough for Tottenham, but a disappointing start to the new regime at Newcastle. But I think it was all overshadowed by the incident in the crowd. And as if the Eriksen incident and previous incidents we've seen wasn't enough, I think this is further evidence that, you know, the importance of people knowing CPR, people knowing the right health and safety precautions and measures when something like this does happen. And I have to say that the whole incident between the Spurs players reacting and the way Sky Sports, I have to say, covered it was absolutely top class. Obviously having David Ginola in the studio talking about it as well, giving tips and stuff like that. Like I thought that whole thing was really, really good. But hopefully the fan gets out of hospital sooner rather than later and is back to full health once again. But it was a very, very scary incident. But in terms of the football, as I said at the start of the video, it shows the new Newcastle owners that this is going to take time. Like, this Newcastle transformation isn't going to happen overnight. They're still quite a poor team, still in the relegation zone, and you could see the lack of quality when that initial adrenaline boost of the first 10-15 minutes wore off and Tottenham got back into the game. And it was, despite it being 3-2 and seeming, you know, close enough of a game, it really wasn't. Tottenham were by far the better team in the game. Moving on to our stinker of the week then, and I don't know, I can't remember who was stinker in the last video, but I'm not sure if it was this. It may have been, I can't quite remember. But stinker of the week this week, I could have given it to Aston Villa. I was very much considering Aston Villa after they bottled a 2-0 lead at home to Wolves to lose 3-2. But I actually am going to give it as a more alarming note to Manchester United, who were beaten 4-2 by Leicester City. And it's not the fact that they lost to Leicester. Leicester are a good team. They've not made the best start to the season. There's still quality in that Leicester City team. Brendan Rodgers is still a fantastic manager. So it's not the worst thing in the world to lose to Leicester, but I think it was the manner in which they did it. Marcus Rashford makes it 2-2 after a stunner from Mason Greenwood, and then from Yuri Tielemans had the game 1-1. Leicester went 2-1 up, then Rashford equalises, and United fans, a lot of them would have been thinking, you know, we can go on and win this from here, like we are the late goal merchants. How many times have we seen it, even this season, that the likes of Ronaldo has dug them out of a hole? And I think a lot of us probably felt that was the way the game was going. But the lack in concentration in the Manchester United team to essentially concede straight from kickoff to Jamie Vardy is just absolutely outrageous. Like, how can you lose concentration that quickly? Leicester were not done there. Daka made it 4-2, wrapping up a brilliant win for Leicester and really pounding home what is a problematic looking Manchester United team at the minute, isn't it? It was very clear to see that Raphael Varane wasn't playing at the weekend. The defence wasn't great anyway. I think Harry Maguire got badly exposed, but the defence had no real protection in there. There was so much attack and flair on the pitch, and that's the biggest problem that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is having, and it's the conversation a lot of people are having at the minute about Manchester United, is that they need to learn how to use all of these attacking players to benefit the whole team. Because you look at the likes of, say, Liverpool, you know, obviously flair players, Salah, Firmino, Mane, all were on target in the 5-0 win over Watford, but all work so hard. Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Raheem Sterling, Ferran Torres, all these players all work so hard for the team, which makes it work as a collective. Manchester United at the weekend had Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood and Cristiano Ronaldo all on the pitch. But really, the work rate is just not there. And I think Gary Neville said it in Sky Sports, is that it is very much a group of individuals that really Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a big problem on his hand to try and get those individuals working as a collective. Yeah, stinker of the week. They have to go in there. They've lots and lots of problems, and it's going to get more difficult before it gets easier, because they have a couple of really tough games coming up. I think in their next 6 games they have obviously Liverpool next week. I think the Manchester Derby is coming up. I think they have Spurs. I think they have Arsenal. I think they have Chelsea, all still to come within the next couple of weeks, as well as a couple of Champions League games against Atalanta. But that is where I'm going to wrap it up, lads, as the rain begins to absolutely tumble down. I hope it's not fucking up my audio. But if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know who you would have put in the boxes in the comment section down below, and also subscribe to the channel, as I said at the beginning of the video, with your notifications on, and I'll see you next time. Good luck.